kudala zabalala.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is part 2 of Let's Get Uncomfortable, the Pastor's Kid edition. Thank you so much for showing love on the previous video, which was the part 1. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Other than that, guys, I have nothing more to say. Let's get it to part 2. So now there's a popular phrase that's happening in Bantwini.
It's a lie.
That's what I was about to say. What do you guys think of that? Just briefly, just short.
Umfundisi uzalwa ubani yena? That's the question I have.
Yeah.
Umfundisi uzalwa ubani yena? Honestly. Njengoba yena engamzali umfundisi. Shuthi into yokufundisa is it are we that ignorant a people to make it about lineage? Is that what calling is now?
But
I think that statement is just saying, Uti, don't expect me. It's just say, don't have that expectation. More than anything, it's not like lineage or anything. It's like, don't expect me to be like my dad, or don't expect me to. I think that's what the statement means. And then again, Mama PK, like majority, they're like, I will show you.
Yeah, I will show you.
I will not be the type.
But I was not called. I mean, I had a baby at 18.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was fair.
Honestly, I was not called. I had a baby at 18. We are uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
When I broke my virginity, I fell pregnant. Okay. Last time.
I have a cousin that had the same situation.
I broke my virginity on my birthday, 21 February. 9 months later, exact day, 21 November, I give birth.
Yes.
You know what my mom did? She was like, go to school. I don't have an uneducated. You last born So I don't have an uneducated child. Even now, my mom is taking care of my baby. I leave alone there. My baby stays with my mom. Because she's that kind of a parent that I want you to succeed. That's why I'm saying my parents are the coolest parents ever. So, I mean, I was not called. I was not called. But I know the truth. So, umuntu might say, uyabona ukuthi umntana kamfundisi ngithi ngibona ngayo. Wenza into eziphume eceleni uyiwani. Ngithi okusalayo. I was not called. I know the truth and I'm focused. Everything that I do leads to a greener pasture for me. But I was not called. That's it. And I am going to
Well, when Pamela, I think the only reason these things look like Pamela Quillen because Ekaya is trying.
Yeah.
But the child is supposed to upflugana utshwala bomntana abakadikho. They're fine.
It's wine.
Yeah.
Honestly,
It doesn't do harm.
Honestly, I shinchi ngoba isiphuzwa umntana mfundisi. I understand.
It's a heavy.
Yeah, must feel. You know what I mean? You know, must feel go counter. And I'm not promoting funny behavior. We're just being honest. Must feel go counter. Hey, I wasn't pointing it up. It doesn't work like that. You are a human being who pays for your drink if you are buying a drink. You know, if it's 6 of those, it's 6 of those. And the next person is gonna buy the same 6. The drink, chances are this person is gonna behave worse than you. You know, because even in your intoxication, there are still things that gwema you.
Exactly.
Foundation.
Yeah. There's a level of drunk. There's a level of drunk we don't get, Tina.
Yeah.
No mas time.
I'm
telling you. No,
It's true.
I'm telling you.
It's true.
I'm telling you.
Let
me tell you.
Let
Let me tell you. I went to a party in December. Okay? I went to a party December 2021. I won't say where, on which day, because friends of mine will be implicated. But I went to a party. It was a very well-resourced party. And if
well-resourced.
Yeah, nala ungayazi ngibonile la.
Yeah.
Now you let me see TV.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Can't no.
One resort.
That's far.
Oh, that's far. I just wanted to get the idea of
That's far. That's far.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
And
Alright.
let me tell you, I've got a heavy toothache at that time.
Yeah.
So I'm on heavy medication. So already my body has some intoxication of some sort because of medication. We do our things, we party. Skip us here, Moshe, and Komula. That's how heavy the party was. Komula. And then, when I piano.
Come on.
I think around past 2 morning says you're left with 30 minutes. I need to as well. Tongo vele mina ngibazokutshela wonke abangani bami. Ungavula ivolume full blast, makumele ngilale. Or kuyabanda or ucomfortable or uvule or uvaliwe. Right? Go on for it. Moyo says to me, my brother, between you and your slumber, 30 minutes. It's either uzolala kule ndlu ngayasi or uyavaya no. Sibone ukuthi ulalaphi. Right? Ukuthi ke ungali ku-N3 la ukhona. And nangihlala khona ula spend 17 somewhere. Right? So 30 minutes was not enough for me to get home. Ngishaya vele ngibona i-flashlight ithi ngithi angeke. Wow! Longifunayo longithola la ngenyuma ne? I'm going to do it for me, fluent or friendly. Ngizithole at a friend's house at his gate. Ngifona boy, I'm outside your gate. Go wrong, boy. Go wrong, manje. Go wrong. Immediately after that, I played 30 minutes and I passed out. Ne? Weza lo mngani wami wazongiguga. Ngibona ukuthi yangana wangithwala. Angiyosofeni lakhe ngavuka ekseni wathi awuthi yamuzofa wena.
One day.
Ne? December time, ne? And I told him what happened. What's again boy? I started sitting down. They were mad. It's over. Ne? I said, give me so. I said, as of how much you do, more was anything like. Now, I'm going to sang. The woman will say to me, Usele, ni 30 minutes, Uktongo beers out. My Uktongo beers out. And then I have a thing about sleeping in foreign places. Don't do that. And lying is the other thing I have. Right? Oh, bye. Yeah, paying 30 minutes. La in Pelele Kona luckily was at a safe place.
Yeah.
So imagine if you pay in Sestrati. I would have died. Definitely would have died. I was driving very fast. And the impact causes shock to the muscles. So you die instantly. You die. It's not a question. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. There's a level. I understand. Yes, we are. That's where we are special guests because of our parents. That's the especially on Sunday. You know, but a level of special is
more spiritual.
Yes. Nkulunkulu, his wrath might just be maybe an inch lighter.
True.
You know, because we have to, you know, differently from our parents. You know, I think I wouldn't be navigating assurance. With confidence. Uhambe la kuthiwa akuhanjwa la. Ngithi okay. Ngitshela mangibuya mina ukuthi kunjani.
No, I won't.
You know? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Noma singazenza izinto zethu but khona la uNkulunkulu athi hayi sebane. Ufuna sponsor abantu into ezisnacks
But I think, you know, with this Lento like expecting, you know, mina I just like Pam, right? My dad really accepts my character, accepts the things that I like and that I desire. So it's been easy, Guti. That's why I can actually show up because when I want to go on holiday with my friends, they're like, okay, go. You know, holiday, your boyfriend is there, yes.
Oh, you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't, but I'm just. No, I'm just saying, Uguti, there is a vacation I once went to, and I went with my boyfriend. It was a squad, and I'm a PK. And see, I go vacation, and it's who's gonna drive the car? And I'm bangayo. My boyfriend is gonna drive it. So you guys are we're going for 4 nights. with like a squad. It's like, okay guys, and have been guys, you know, I had such a cool dad. Uguti, when you need me to serve and wake me up, so then when I want to go on holiday, give me your yes.
Understanding.
You know, so but one thing, Lente, I think I'm gonna always just go back, Guti. Whenever you're going to accept Christ, your parents want to have to put you in line, because if you are also in the same authority of the Lord, you both will be in line of the same day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So then, healing thing is sure, Guti, bozo mamgela nje uJehova. Your dad should not say, Guti, you need to do this, because already you were doing it because of that. You are just, you're in the same authority.
You know.
But as a PK, you must understand, Guti. I've had this conversation with my friends about my PK. When you're a PK, you're Christian by default.
Yeah, you're born into it.
You're born into it.
Yeah.
So basically you have no choice
But
until a certain age.
Yeah.
So you need to get to a point where you make your own decisions.
Yeah, and accept Christ for yourself.
Exactly. Because when you're born into it, it's very different to umuntu that went to church and had that that touching experience, and they were like, I want to accept Christ as my Lord and Savior, and they had that spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening into what?
No,
we don't get converted. Tina.
Exactly, we don't get converted. But Nakona, it's good. You don't get converted because you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You understand? And it gets to a point where you have to make a choice. Imagine now you're saying, it's okay. Okay, I have a friend of mine. I'm not going to say his name.
I kind of disagree, but
I was about to say his name. So, Untanga, we all grew up Christian, leaders in church, what. So now the boy, sekakhulile manje. He's got a girlfriend. Uchero khona ikhicwe. She's a sangoma. You understand?
wow.
You understand? Isangoma manje, ne? You must understand ukuthi Tina, we grew up our parents are all old school religion, you understand? So whenever I bump so it's not very open minded, you understand? So now my boy has the challenge of now, he's already done it, ne? But how do you now tell your mom, who is very spiritual, very Christian, Guti, I am in love with somebody that has an opposite belief
But
system.
that's how I say, you still have to make the choice at the end of the day. There's no default to that.
Yeah, exactly. You have to make the choice, but we've grown up. You understand, among it, we grew up songe in Christian, staunch Christian households. Yeah? Now you need to make the decisions that are uncomfortable for your parents. You understand? It's the same with alcohol. It's the same with maybe having kids outside of marriage. It's all the same. But now, how do you break Leolento Leuguti? Now these are the decisions that I am making, and they are sideways apart from what you've been taught. How do you now say, Guti, my child is bayo mka, and when your parents were they
Guys,
understand.
we have free will. Default nayo. Let me tell you why I'm saying this, ne? Ukuthi yes, ngakula ngazi ukuthi okay, this is everything. At the end of the day, you're given free will, Ronnie.
It's his choice to go that way.
Like it's his choice.
No,
I default to.
Clean,
yeah.
Clean, but angithi awuzanga nge-email la mhlawumbe uzelwe. And that's the tricky thing. We used to go to this thing called Pastor's Kids Camp. And this Baba Ning, Matete, everyone's father there is a pastor. And there's this boy who struggled with, I don't know now, he struggled with homosexuality. And lived in a little cage because of that. Because pastor's kids, are you crazy? Yabo? Wasitshela ke nama emergency 3. Mina ngithi vela ngisabi. Boy, all right. Boy man khuluma. guys, when I clench up, I feel out of place because so. That's so why do you feel out of place? I smoke. Oh, and I'm not posing. Hey boy, man, I ain't net low. You'll do Kulula manji bullet. And he was like, and we're like, it's all the same. I'm no different because my sin is 5 pounds per seat.
But then, Judah, as much as you say that, there's no default still.
Sharp, ne? But the reality is, if he lives in that cage, do you think he can tell his parents? No, can't.
It's definitely
Umtshela njani umfundisi omega church?
Gucci.
Luyanda umfundisi othi mayishumayela lento angabi nendaba ukuthi who leaves the church or not. How do you tell the same man who tells multitudes of people not to do this thing? Say, hey, I do it.
Exactly.
How do you do that?
Imagine now,
Because
in that same light of homosexuality, you know, you're preaching against it for 20 years in your life.
Yeah.
And then your kid comes, he's homosexual. He wants to get
Oh no, it's the
Premium
spirit,
worship
my guy.
leader of
No, it's the spirit. He's been sent.
He's been sent to that job.
It's trials and tribulations. That
But we're humans. People
That's
should
what-
understand.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
exactly
coming to. Gucci.
Skanga
Like,
Soleyo, no.
default setting, ne? And then imagine we are shinja when I saw you. You understand? How does it?
Because what if he would have fallen in love with Sangoma anyway if his dad was not called?
You I fall in love with the Sangoma if then he had accepted Christ, they knew.
Yeah, nah, himself.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
But
I'm a born again Christian. Ne?
Hallelujah.
Khona Sangoma nisidlalela ukubiyana. Does that no, hear me out. Does that take away from the level of Christ?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Uthi,
But
yes,
being
I
playing
hear.
for a Sangoma and being in a relationship with a Sangoma, those are two different
But
things.
lenkolo yethu ithi kumele singaphefumuli ngisho nomoya
yeah,
wodwa.
even yo.
No, but then the Bible also says, okay, I'm not good with scriptures, but nyazi team. So, initially to open.
Just in
You understand? Listen, we can be amongst those people,
But don't
but
believe in
we
you.
must not participate. You understand? But I can be with that person. But umuntu amahamba yophahla, ngihlala phansi ngibukela isoccer zone. Ngihlala phansi ngibukela iBig Brother. Ngihlala phansi ngibukela ngihlala phansi ngena kuTikTok. Ayenza into zakhe. Nami ngenza into zami. It does angazi
because nakhona
bazositshela abafundisi. Asazi mara kuyasho.
there's phela lapho there's spiritual attachments now.
Akhona but then
Relationship.
it depends ukuthi lo muntu lo yena makasifakile bane understanding ukuthi uyenza le yakho ngenza le yami. But the moment you have kids, that's the way the problem
soul
starts.
times la ngaphandle.
Yes, in
But
the
then-
No,
You
my
must-
soul ties will never decimate. I mean, I don't believe in them soul ties.
Hey!
Not.
Okay, wait, there's another. Okay, wait,
That
let me
thing
just
is
say
true.
this
That
because
thing is true.
this is another thing. This is
Every
another
morning,
discussion.
we are renewed every morning.
You?
I'm telling you, I thought
Man.
recent.
Let me tell you something. Guys, tell you something.
Upper minds.
I have fought a spiritual fight recently. Last month,
Why were you fighting?
I was.
this spiritual
I'm overconfident.
attachment.
It was not
fighting
an
an attachment.
It was
to
not
what?
an attachment.
It was
Wait, it was not an attachment,
Yeah.
but it was something that was trying to remove my confidence. And I'm in a legal fraternity. Without my confidence, I have nothing. Because I have to be confident in what I'm saying and in what I'm doing. But in thing is sure, whenever you allow it, it will rule you. I mean, I did not allow Guti.
Wait, but
Can I
that's
tell
another
you that?
discussion.
Yeah.
The world has rules.
Touching everywhere.
There's
right
things
now.
that even if you don't believe, it's true. understand?
No. Let me tell you something.
We are in
The word
Christ
says
direction.
the word says we do not fight flesh
I
and
want any
blood.
chance la usis.
Let me not go there. Let me not go there. But- Alright, let me just finish this point.
Yeah.
The word says our fight is not of flesh and blood,
Yeah.
but of the spirituality.
All the bullshit.
Soul ties are there. And one thing you must understand about the spiritual world is that it does not only work with Christianity, but even with the dark side. If the soul ties this side, the soul ties that side.
Yeah.
That's why they okay, let me not go there, but that's why they can kill you with someone that you've slept with in the dark world.
Yeah.
Same this side, you can be blessed with someone that you've slept with.
Exactly.
It works even both ways. So soul ties
But then
are they?
more than 2,000 years ago, that's why the blood was shed.
The blood was shed for my sins, but being one,
Everything.
that's nature.
Everything.
Okay, but let me
that
go
is
to another
written
point.
exists.
Let me ask you
Mina,
something.
I
Have you
believe
not?
there are spirits.
Have you-
Guys,
yeah.
Yes.
don't hear me wrong. I believe there are spirits, but I don't believe they tie me.
What does becoming
How
one
now?
mean to you?
How now?
When the
No.
word says men and
No.
women come together and become one, what does that mean to you?
Manje njengoba sinezithembu sisiyi-one nawonke umuntu.
And you are.
Guys,
I
Mina.
am one of five.
No, guys, yes, it whoa. We are.
no,
Let me
we are
just
doing
say,
it right now.
PK.
Yes.
Because this is very. So one thing I want to say was that there was a time where I remember I had a conversation when I was saying, I need to meet her because my dad would kill me. You know, that was the first thing I was saying. Oh, Baba me. I would break my. I would. But I was saying, like, Papa, I would break his heart. Imagine miss for one miss for uye. You know, I thought of that, and I you know, and stuff like that. And I remember someone said, your fear is on the wrong person. So you fear ukmita because of your devil about God. Kahle kahle ukmita out of wedlock fear more than anything.
And that proves his point of default.
Exactly.
Yes,
That statement of
you see,
fearing your father more than God
because
proves
that
the
is
default
true.
Shandis. Because
Okay, now that I agree
we understand the
on.
matter.
Yes,
Where,
yes.
Because you think of your father first.
I did. And then when he said that, and then I had to be like, okay, now I've evaluated why am I doing these things? And then I started understanding the word. You read the word, you understand what God expects from you. And then now you change. Actually, because then God is telling me obedience is better than sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Rather than my dad will be heartbroken.
Okay.
Now you actually your reasoning changes.
Because you have accepted God.
Yeah, because now you have accepted God and you make out to Zosha and you know don't test God like
Not
that.
because of
You
your
know,
parents.
not that my dad now fanelang sugumisa understand Aguti.
Yeah,
So
it's all on you now.
there's so much that's expected from us.
Yeah,
So
guys,
that's-
So we just it's just riding like sorry. Hey,
Sorry,
we
man.
forgot to like in all of this, like we are fighting for our identity, like being an individual.
Yeah.
Because
I was supposed to masses everywhere.
I'm coming to that question. Alright, I think we've tackled all the bad things. Let's talk about the good things, guys. Of
Are they
being-
good things?
Yeah, I was about to say ukuthi mina think shift ngoba
Mina nayo ngama Christmas party ngithola plate number 1.
to be true, to be honest, premium lifestyle uphila kamnandi man.
soft life.
Mina akunamnyango ovalekile because of a PK.
Nami nosebehle uyazi. Because I have a campaign, we're pastor's kids.
Mm.
You can't sleep here.
Which one is PK PK with the inversions of money. Because PK is a male, PK is a female. Because
No,
now-
we can't have a food the following day. What's done? We're phone labazale move. Is a camping, man's a camping, you sleep here. But we're like, we're not gonna sleep there.
Hey bro, sahamba thina youth camp. Eval. Yes. Yeah. And la sasekhona kwakubanda mpo. Yes. Ngafika ngabatshela mina. Ngathi le bandla isize ngalo la. Lalo baba sihlala naye endlini. Cela ukula endaweni futhi man. Barema. Ugrema is kasi for resisting.
Oh yeah.
Anganga phone again. Dad, this place is cold. And they don't want to change the room. That's okay, don't make a scene when you hang up. abizwa after 10 minutes kuthiwa okay uzolala ngapha yeah bayasho ukuthi I understand
but before someone came in because that's we get
but sometimes it sucks Leon, because you find there is an immature kind of PK. There's a skundla kind of PK. Yes. Who and dare I say those ones don't even bring value to their father's ministry.
That is true.
They just there for the big cars and the estate life and Instagram. You know, I mean, I one of the things I fight my dad about is that I'm so good at these things and these are the things you lack in your ministry, but because I'm your child, you don't want to hear this professional tell you. The whole world or the country, whatever, people that don't even know how tall I am, people who see me on the screen respect me for this thing that you don't want to hear me for, simply because I'm your child. Those are the kind of fights I have with my parents currently. And all these strangers that I might not even care about.
Nice things, no?
Nice things. Yeah, but I wish, but this is an honest cry for me. I wish. I mean, there's a friend of mine, I think I can say his name, Tammy. Tammy is one of the country's best accountants, and his father's ministry is the first person or institution to gain from that. Because Mtana Bamfundisi is an A-grade accountant. You understand? Because these guys are our parents. If you time like a mechanic, you'd rather do it yourself. You understand? Yeah, if you know engine, I know you too. You understand? Yeah, well, you want that for your parents because it does good for them. And
Mina, as I've mentioned,
Good things.
then, yeah, it is, guys, briefly. Yeah. It's definitely a Christmas party. You know, must get too much. You know,
What's the nice thing? First thing I come on,
yes, it's food. Even
Christmas
like, no, even with Passover, you know, I'm like, Dad, we bought money was team. Obviously, there's food like as a celebration. Dad, food. It's like no, banyan I'm like, okay, cool. When I say something about my Christmas party, they know we understand cold drink. Yeah, we are.
Ice.
Yolanda eat cold drink. Sometimes I'm like, Yolanda, why not meet so I use that. Wow. I use that. But it just like jokingly. But one thing and that's nice about being a PK, my present. There's gifts, the prayers too.
I was just about to say
the prayers,
the level of covering.
Yes, there's covering.
The level of covering is so different.
And the food.
Because you do the same things that everybody does, but your consequences are a little. Honestly.
On the nice parts on my side, I would say that also I'm a stand-up comedian. So on the nice part, I've taken my dad, a whole pastor, to encounter at the place in the way, you know. So I've seen how he thinks and of his image, like and respect that I have for him. It's way greater because I'm like, you are able to support me in things that I would say in society level it's deserved. You can't do that. You can't but he went in there and then he enjoyed my show, he enjoyed my set, and everyone else was there. I'm like, actually, I'm not seeing you only as a pastor, but you also like I'm having that relationship with you. Like as much as I'm saying but there's that great thing that even though in my dreams and all that, you still support me. And it's the support from my side and the prayers and it's one of the things that we are thankful for because now I am used to prayer. Like there's like a foundation of prayer and Bible studies and even though you try maybe to live outside the Bible, but whatever the Bible has kept you in, you can see with and I'm not for the streets. Streets are very cold.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm also grateful
you
for.
have some level of class as a Christian. There are places that you don't go to.
Come on,
and people
now.
you don't associate with.
Surviving as a PK. I
Don't
think
do
there
it.
are there are PKs who are gonna watch this, so tips for them.
Find God for yourself as soon as you can.
Done.
As,
Nicely
as,
packed.
as quickly as you can. You know, ungafiki 18 ungamanzi Jehovah uthemba mama wakho nobaba wakho. Because if your parents leave this planet before you make that decision, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
You know, I know a PK who lost both his parents at the same time. See, I'm a teenagers. Afuna next ekhaya noNkulunkulu manje. Ene asasi insize kanjani. And impilo yakhe seyabonisa manje ukuthi akamazi uNkulunkulu. So my advice would be find God as soon as you can. If you see your parents kneel as well. They're not kneeling on your behalf. They might speak about you, but they're not. Actually, because we are all going to be accountable for ourselves when we get to the pearly gates.
Yes.
Shabaye! The streets of gold.
I'd say on
Make the choice
other
for
PKs,
yourself.
like the sooner you find your identity in Christ and yourself, that's when that's it. Like that's the sooner the better, because now you'll be people pleasing. Because you don't know who to please. You have to please your pastor, you have to please your deacon, umama, or sis umama. Like there's a lot of people to please, and you won't be able to succeed in that. So the sooner you find yourself, Wuti, and accept yourself. Like if you're loud, you're loud. If you're not loud, you're not loud. Still fine. If you are whoever you are, like find
If you
yourself.
serve, you serve. If
Yeah,
you
if you-
don't,
One time, you know, it's cool.
Make your own choice.
Unless you fully understand.
How do you say this so dead?
But do something. No, but at least on an instrument, I could look.
So there's levels.
Yes.
To the servanthood.
Yes, yes, there is.
Missing in
What's the stage?
One thing I'd say is that don't get involved into politics.
church politics.
Church politics. Yeah. Sorry, church politics.
Avoid drama.
Avoid. And always remember, Guti, church is actually a hospital school, you know, and you are going to be hurt. You're not getting hurt because umtanagamfundisi or anything, but sonke siyalimala.
Good.
Yeah, mina beke bangikape pulpitini, you know, by someone else. You know, but what helped me was that, you know what, you know, and you know, don't get too attached. Yes, have relationship. Have those people that you're going to be accountable for or accountable with in impilo yako, and those are the few people that you have. Yeah, a small circle, a very small circle. Don't get too much involved. Even if batinta bazal bakho and stuff, you know, like
I can't guarantee that.
Hey, why not?
But my thing is, mawufuna ukukhula with peace njengomunye umzalwane ethi umzalwane uyangena uyaphuma and akana the struggle less when osilo you can actually reach that with don't get involved makuthi amen nawe siphumele hi uzi bofa ukukipika but angithi now you're not giving them the side eye. You're gonna be like sambona ninjani and stuff, and then you just go or as chilela, or you have that small circle, but don't get involved and don't get too attached, because that's a hospital.
Oh yeah.
And they're gonna water wafani.
The medication.
Yeah, water wafani. So just know that we are all just there to get help, and you are going to get hurt, and it's part of it.
My treatment was fun.
Yeah, for me, I would say be kind to yourself, to others. But kindness, even though futek.
Yes.
So what I'm saying, do what will progress you in a good way. And be kind.
And also,
It goes a long way to be kind, because some other people will fear because of who you are, the way you kind. Because you're always joyful. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Like you, Mara, Jones, Mara Fate.
Yeah.
Ngangijwayele.
Yeah.
With a smile.
Ibambe lapho,
Yeah.
underline.
Yeah, you
Say
understand.
it.
But then
Microphone you want.
you understand. But then be kind and whatever you do, yenza into ezobenefita wena nefuture yakho. Ungayenzeli abantu.
Yes.
Yenza into ezokunika impilo right le wena ofuna ukuyiphila.
Yeah.
And the most funela izinto ezigude empilweni, obviously you won't go astray.
True.
That's my advice to everyone. Yeah.
Mina ngithi to my fellow PKs, train labazali. Train those people. Do you see me? Every shot, you train those people. Train them.
You can only train them if you are tall, dark, a bit masculine, with a beard.
Some
spectacles.
soft minded.
But
But also, it's very important to remain loyal to your parents.
Yeah.
very.
Abazalwane bayabheda.
Ish.
Yeah, I've seen my father cry tears.
They
Bayabheda.
also need our
Abazalwane.
support.
Abazalwane bayabheda. When they feel like they've had enough, they leave. And when they leave, they don't care how other people are affected. And then when they feel like they need to come back because their lives are in shambles, the very same man who was crying tears has to forget about how he feels.
Welcome them.
And yeah.
And
So
now when you're still attached to that.
yeah.
And we don't.
Because I saw.
But how? How? Because they're my parents.
You hurt my
I
parents, you
understand.
hurt me.
Mina asibakhalisi thina abazali bethu.
Kangako.
Bakhaliswa yilabantu esibashumayezayo.
That's why I mean it's for time.
Cash.
Yeah, but Sasha
Yeah,
too.
very important. You must support. You must
Be loyal to your parents.
Yeah, they actually need our support.
Yeah, they really do.
They really do.
Mina ngabasuka.
Phela wena ne-degree iyavuma ukuthi basuke.
Hayi mina ngabasuka.
Yeah. Closing briefly, also, guys, briefly.
Zona abafundisi.
Sengiceda.
Yeah,
Sengifuna.
2
as
hours
pastors' kids,
later.
where do we draw the line and say it's time to live for me? It's time to live my life the way I see it. When do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line and say, yes, I'm a pastor's kid, but if we go in that way, we go in that way.
The day you start training.
So when do we draw the line to our parents, to the church, to everybody?
As soon as you start paying tax.
Me, yeah. I was about to say that. Yeah. Yabona waba financially stable.
Financial freedom.
Wow, wasebenza.
As soon
They
as
can't tell me.
the
I feel like on my side, I feel like on my side, it's being true to yourself. If you feel like Guti umbonile at a place and
Truth
I
is
have
that
no
was
problem
all.
with
But
that.
what's our lap?
We're sorry.
Yeah,
Ngeke umbone ungekho now. Understand?
like
To
if-
see me, you must be there.
If you see me there and you question and run and I feel nothing about it and I feel like it's okay, then I'm cool with it.
But the other reality of being a PK is that is not as practical as you make it sound. At some point, you draw a line to this life of yours that you want. Because if we could live anyhow, trust me, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, I keep saying I would have died a long time ago. You know, sometimes you draw the line for yourself. Like you draw the line. Ubona uthi akanya malaito la. 100 again. And
Yeah.
ne, but you say to yourself, yo. Yeah, well, ikhona into ukuphila life yakho, but I think njengomuntu omdala onengqondo nawe uyakwazi ukuthi uzikhawule ezinye zezinto because other things are at stake, things that are bigger than you and your feelings, things that are bigger than your life itself. You know, the reality is there are souls that get lost when we are seen behaving a certain way.
Yeah.
That is
So,
true.
you know, i-currency yezulu umphefumulo. You know, so if unendlela ukuthi singawulahli or ungalahli umphefumulo at least, yeah, well, because there are kids out there who think it's okay to swear because Judah swears. You know, there are kids out there who think khona umntwana nje ohambile wayobhala umzimba angazi ngiyokhuluma kanjani nabazali bakhe because according to his parents it's my fault. You know, umntwana umfundisi has tattoos, most mom ubhale faith, hope and love.
No, the problem with that
And then ubhale thug life.
bayenze wena i-threshold.
Uphendula ngithini mina? Awunanhlamba neyo. Like, I'm not even being funny. This is an actual situation I'm dealing with, man. Faith, hope and love, ne? Ubhale thug life. And utough ke brother. Say uthini mina?
The problem with that maybe ukuthi endlini they made you a threshold ukuthi look umntana kamfundisi uphila kanjani. Babakhuzwa ngabantwana babafundisi babakhuzwa yabo ngendlu yakamfundisi. And then now makabona mina ngiphambuka noma yena makangibona ucanga ukuthi ngiyaphambuka ndiyona impilo yami le. And then azothi okay, good shots. Now because the law says if uJudah ubhala umzimba wakhe, nami ngawubhala even though ngibhala Thug Life. It is up to me. Ngoba ngiyazi uJudah naye wenzeni ubhalile.
Faith, hope, and
So
love.
when I understand that question is where do we draw the line with our parents?
With our parents, with the church, with your friends, whatever.
Whatever, draw the line, Booty.
Where do you live for yourself?
Or to live for myself. Okay.
Yeah, when
I think it actually goes with age, Booty. I don't know. Like it goes with age.
Live for yourself for a year and 50.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's a good default setting.
Yeah,
My finances go back.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if my
Live your life
parents
in
are
your
still yeah, but was put a little petrol. No, like I can't just do whatever. You know, I think I get to draw the line when I'm starting to be an adult. And as Ashuguchi, besides having to accept Christ, then you have an identity, and then you choose the word for yourself, and then you get to live the word, and then you get to see yourself. Okay, this is Uluyan, and then you see yourself not only in a spiritual way, but also Mankula as an individual on earth. Forget the spiritual part. That also makes you. Makes you the career you have chosen, makes you and stuff. All those things, they actually contribute to go by like, okay, this is where I'm going to draw the line. So I just feel like maso kulile when you see your career going, or you like, I don't know how can I say this, but boso guti every aspect of your life is making sense and you are making sense of it, then you can actually draw the line, go by like, okay guys, like this is my
When you
life.
start making a living, you can start living.
Yeah, but then we do
As
not
fun.
forget that. I mean, even today, I felt guilty going to my place on 9. Because I'm 1. Like, not bangpeyile. Ikim that ukuthi amelanga ngifike ebusuku. Like, I felt guilty. Like, ish, mangaphuma manje.
But that's also a choice of you drawing
Exactly.
the line for yourself.
Yeah, you understand that thing abazali bami bangiphendula ukuthi ungahambi ebusuku. Inami I live alone. Abangibona,
You're still
bangitrack,
living.
but I'm still living. Then
Yes.
abangifundise yona. So I didn't. So it's like we don't really draw a line, but we tell them ukuthi nami ngiyaphila, nami ngumuntu, I'm a certain individual different from you. But we don't draw the line from the teachings that they're giving us.
Yeah.
We do not draw a line from that. Le nto leyo izosenza ukuthi nathi sibe ama-responsible adults, sikwazi nokufundisa abantwana bethu. Thina bayinabantwana abana-10. Kumele siqale siprepare ukuthi, hey, nomuntu uzoba yi-teenager now. What do I say? How do I... Like, there was a day I felt so guilty. My child, athi, Mama, you want champagne? I'm sure we're happy at you.
Now I'm that person, man. Him loyal. What you say, champagne?
That's Mama, we're happy. You want champagne at you? That's not.
What am I saying?
What am I? Yeah, I'm like, so now I'm thinking about like, let me like chill, yeah. And I just said, let me chill, yeah. But then what I'm happy about is that she knows now the gospel. She's growing up under the gospel, under my parents' teachings. So I know now, Magakula. I wish now I can't understand because even when my mom doesn't see me, my teachings work. They live on. I don't draw a line from my parents the way they do the teachings, but I show them because now I'm a human being. I have my own goals and dreams and everything. This is what I believe in. Yeah.
Okay, as much as we can try and draw the line, we must always remember what's here. Destiny will set the line. Even if you try and choose, whatever God has chosen is chosen.
Yeah.
If we choose a witty when you'll be a PK, that will be a pastor that will also zalenye PK as of Amfundi. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
So that's why lento leyo Judah ukuthi see we are hamba mara
Nakuba nobudo ofana noJudah ungena enkingeni. Ngoba sakwazi ukuliva ngoba uJudah nawe uyaliva. Sekuthiwa ngo now uqalile into zakabhudo wakho.
I mean, I don't think that's a PK thing. That's parenting skills.
Yeah.
You know, I think every house that has more than one child.
Has that one.
Yeah, it's not really a PK thing.
Oh yeah.
Especially my last one, there's a lot of pressure on you.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure.
To do what? Person
What?
to
Whoa.
I guess
The
not.
road has been paved.
Akaphendula
No,
now.
it is not. You
It
have
has been
That
paved.
pressure ukuthi wenze maybe sisi.
Selihle unabubhuti abayi2.
Yes.
Ngiyafana nje mina nomndeni ngini.
Yeah.
So ngiyazi nabafowenu abadala kuwe about i-pressure yakho yini?
My pressure is I have to
If we cheat,
better.
No.
Do better than who?
Like what?
You have older brothers.
That's been a guy's name.
If they don't do right, the pressure is on me.
To do
If
right.
they fail
Right.
to, if they don't,
Yeah.
if they fail to buy groceries,
It's
Looks
not
like
like
Papi's doing right.
Sonisha needs to buy groceries.
It's hamba libabuye.
If you
That's what I'm
can't
saying.
do A and B, but my dad will come back and say, I think Tembele Gui. With my soul, you're whatever for and buy and
Yes.
No,
now
that's
you
not
need
like-
to do
That's what I'm
better.
I mean,
No,
like,
it's not like
as
that.
when you're lost born,
Yeah.
laba abanye kahle kahle ama example bese thina siyaphila ama last born like yithi explainiwe yithi
Wow!
wow ngitshela iqiniso laba abanye ama mistake
But we try and And the first one, the first make is I'm a first make vela.
so ngiyayizwa le nto lena seyidle ukuthi there's mina
But
I'm joking but there's expectation for every child.
There's a level of truth to what you're saying. I was explaining some situation.
Just not the mistake part.
No,
Yeah.
no, nobody's a mistake, man.
Please, Ronald.
I know it's pregnant.
But my youngest brother now, I have a 13-year-old brother who has two older brothers who are well within their 20s. He, like, malungela vuleka kancane gate wathi wanyathela wabuya nodad bafaka yonke iminyango ngqikhile yonke le nto uthi hayi you're not gonna end up like those two.
Yeah.
You know, so I could understand to a degree.
No, mine is different.
Pressure,
My sisters, like, they're perfect people, yes. I have 3 sisters. I have 3 older sisters. So when I first
So when
graduated,
I'm like
so when I graduated, like, it was not special, the guy.
Oh.
They're
Yeah.
used to it. But I
Ish.
said, those are fuzebani.
Oh.
You understand that pressure? Now I have to be like
To
real,
create a-
and imagine I be like ngaba stoked wise, but then unale pressure le ukuthi ube like I was like abasis bakho yabana abasis bakho ba right first bana sekhaya vele nje hayi yena
Shining example.
usejeswini. Yeah, you understand, and then bonke banalento ukuthi okay, they're responsible people, they went to school and everything, so now I'm being the pressure because I need to do that, but luckily I loved education. So man graduated, it was not special as chicken, like it was not special, like as I'm understand. And then recently I was planning a graduation party. My birthday weekend by cancel.
What?
Yeah, they just cancelled it.
But I understand. I feel like
Like it's not
I'm a
important
firstborn,
to
we see
them. Like it's
differently
just
though.
yeah, like they planned a church meeting na bangantshela baba ne church meeting ngelanga lami kumele ngenze graduation, but like bengiserious ngimele wonke umuntu like
Serious, baba ne church
being
meeting.
organizing ama bikers, and then I organized like people ngithi ama BM azoyenza I convoy like bengifanele strat.
Training.
Yeah, like ngithi like
Training. It all comes down
so
to
they didn't understand
training.
it because it's not
Because you didn't train them.
it's not special to them. They're used to it. And then this was the second qualification, so they're like, to graduated it before, so like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, understand. So for me as the last one's like that, like nothing to them surprises them because all their kids.
But that's a good thing more than it isn't.
Yeah, it is. But then,
You know, as the experience of being put second, I never experienced it. I experienced it like you experience it because there's a lot to do, né? But there was never a time where my parents would like strictly like choose church over me.
yeah.
We always like I was always part of the gang. So Sham, that's not nice. That's not
Yeah.
nice.
I don't think they choose church over you because they think you're less important. When you're part of the gang, it doesn't look like choosing church over you. I understand. When you're there willingly all the time. Yeah, well, on the day you say, mina ngida. And this thing is uzobona choice lapho ukuthi kanjani. But I don't think parents, I don't think they're that bad.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think they sit there and say, Uroni yazi uyalobola Levi. Sinenkonzo yobaba ke thina.
But I think Nakona, it's because training. No.
Wait, can I just say like a point?
Yeah.
I just want to say a point to Uti. You know, people are called differently. We may never understand the assignment that God has laid in their hearts. So that's why sometimes we would never actually understand why are you even going there. I mean, that's something I always question. Like, why are you going? It's like, Lulu. And I'm like, oh,
you know, for 6 months and going.
So yes, you're big. Yes, these are like the things that we are facing. Umuntu ahambe unqothwa yizi. You understand? And then I understand that. But there's one thing we must understand, that you know what, God has given them different assignments, and we'll never understand that assignment. And the word says, Guti, you need to look after my flock. You know, I'm not Gabi, but just look after my flock, because you're going to no, because you have to account for these lives at the end of the day. So as much as Tina, we feel like Ishbatung Baba, yeah, why didn't you come, or you missed it, or something, to him probably it's like, you must understand even this assignment that I'm carrying. Yeah, understand. So I think, guys, as much as the PKs we had it or having it tough, imagine what they are having. They have to account to God with the lives that they are leading, and also account to their families, which is us.
Daily.
Daily.
That thing is tough.
So that thing is really like something that at some point, or if you're a PK, really just pray God gives you the grace for you to apply grace to your dad.
That is really true. Being a pastor is way harder than being a pastor.
Then it's a lonely road, and let us apply grace and love to our parents. Yeah.
We need to understand they have so many kids. We're not only their kids, like they have like the whole church, like and everything. Abayenza nabanye abantu, because badizile bakhethu. So nathi mele understand. So nathi mele understand abazali bethu la baphuma khona, as much as nathi sifuna bas understand.
Yep.
That was a lot, guys. I'm still trying to digest.
And then now it's the lessons conference. Spam is the one to special.
Training module.
Train those people. Training 101.
Alright, we've come to the end of the segment. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for staying up until this far. If you have stayed up till this far, don't forget to click a like, subscribe, comment button. Tell us what you enjoyed. And if you want them to come back or another topic we need to tackle, do comment down below. Otherwise, from me and the fellow pastors kids, it's a goodbye for us.
Hope, faith, hope and love. Faith, hope and love.
Gazlam, yazi dala zabalas.